Hi, how's it going? This is Neo. I am not looking at the camera right now because I'm with my kids at a park, and they're just rollerblading slash scootering slash biking on training wheels, so I'm just keeping an eye on them. They're all behind the camera, and I just thought I'd take a couple minutes to film a video. I think my last video was like 5 years ago about a camera that I really liked, and so I thought I'd also film another video about a camera I like, and that camera today is the OM-3. So I actually I really do like this camera. I bought it at the end of last year, beginning of this year, which is 2025, 2026. I bought it in December, received it around January, and I mainly bought it because I wanted a really nice family camera that I could just use for moments around the house, going on family trips and going places out of town, just documenting our life. And I wanted to have a good photo and video camera. I actually already do have a good photo and video camera, which is the G9 Mark II, which I'm filming on right now. And I really like this camera as well. This is the G9 II, filming open gate 4x3 MP4 Lite, and the MP4 Lite option only gives you 30 frames per second, which is fine, but I do like the flexibility of just really low bitrate recording, just for documenting family memories, and also just very straight to piece talking head videos like this for YouTube. I'm not really concerned about image quality too much, and because of that, I'm just filming pretty. Oh, and this is my daughter. Say hi. Say hi. Maybe I'll edit that out. Maybe I won't. But anyways, my kids are just, like I said, my kids are biking and playing. This is a park. It's called Jones Point Park in Alexandria, Virginia. And it's located underneath a bridge. So it's probably really loud. Also probably really windy. I couldn't find my dead cat. So we'll see how this turns out. But I'm using this right now because I couldn't find my other lav mics. So yeah. Anyways, this is what it's like being a dad. What I was going to say about filming on the G9 II was, I like that in MP4 Lite you can actually just use the LUT that you intend to use for color grading and put it directly into the footage. So you can get a really kind of a good baked in look without a lot of effort. So anyways, the point of this video, I guess I should get back to the point. The point of this video was to talk about the OM-3. The OM-3 is really the camera I think I was waiting for Olympus to make after the EM-5 Mark II. So photography has always kind of been an interest of mine. It's always been something I've really been passionate about, and so when digital technology started getting really good, I wanted to continue taking photos. Especially after I got married, I wanted to document the life I was starting as a family. And then I also wanted to start documenting that's my daughter. I wanted to start documenting the lives of our children. Many years ago, when we had our first kid, I actually bought a Sony a6000. Now, actually, the first camera I bought before that was the Fuji X-T10. And I got that because I grew up using film cameras and I loved film cameras, so I wanted something that was like a film camera. But at the time, I was on a tighter budget, and I remember buying it from Best Buy and just thinking, I think I just spent too much money. And so I took it out of the box. I tested it for I think a couple days, maybe like a night or two. And that was a huge purchase for me. I thought I spent too much money, so I took it back to I took it back to Best Buy. I was about to say Costco. I took it back to Best Buy, and so when I brought it back, the camera that was at a lower budget, at a lower tier, but really well spec'd still, probably didn't feel as good, but it was really capable for what I needed, was the Sony a6000. The only thing about the a6000 was it was a really good tool. It was not as inspiring to pick up as a photographic piece of equipment for inspiration. Eventually sold the whole thing, and I went with because I wanted that feeling of just getting into photography again. I went the Fuji route, so I got a Fuji X Pro 2. And the Fuji X Pro 2 was really a wonderful camera, a wonderful system. I really enjoyed it, but I did not. I didn't gel with it completely. Okay, so quick change in pace. We moved to a different part of the park. My kids are done biking and they're done scootering and rollerblading. They're just playing at the playground now. So I'm on the bench just watching them. Anyways, I think I left off on the Fuji X Pro 2. So it was really a great camera. Really great photographic tool. And I really enjoyed it. I ended up selling it though. And I think the reason I sold it was because I kind of was looking for a sort of experience, and I think this is a whole different other YouTube video altogether, because that was around the time I was like starting to look at rangefinders and getting into rangefinders. I think Fuji probably just started that path for me, which I'm really grateful for, because it eventually led me down the road to Leica. So like I said, I think that's a whole different YouTube video altogether. Maybe I can film another piece about that later. Anyways, the Fuji X Pro 2 was great at stills, and not really for video.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi. I'm Naomi.
Yep, this is my daughter Naomi. So the goal, I guess I'm trying to get back to the point of this video, but I think the dream of a dad is to have a camera, a dad camera, that can handle both photo and video a little seamlessly, right? Or as painlessly as possible. The X Pro 2 was sold, and the camera that replaced the X Pro 2 was the EM5 Mark II. So the Olympus EM5 Mark II was the camera, I think the first camera that I said, yeah, I think I want to do both photo and video. And the reason the EM5 II stuck out to me was because it had an in-body image stabilization system. Something that at the time was, this is a decade ago. So at the time, it was really like novel technology. Not every camera manufacturer had in-body image stabilization. So the EM5 Mark II, I think that camera came out in 2016, maybe 2015, I want to say. But that was a really, really cool technology to have. The camera itself only recorded in 1080p, but I didn't really care. I just wanted something that had IBIS, and I actually shot Olympus film I had an OM-2, an Olympus film SLR, and that body is just awesome, and it's really cool. Actually, hold on, let me see if I have it right here. I think I brought it for this video. Okay, I'm also using my camera bag as a weight for this tripod. That's why I just reached underneath the tripod. Anyways, the OM-2, I've had this OM-2 for a while now. I originally bought it as a camera for my wife, and she didn't use it as much as I did. The OM-2 in hand feels great. It feels like a camera. And when I first got the EM5 II, it felt like a camera. It felt like something I wanted to pick up and to take pictures with and to document my family with. And I think that's probably one of the reasons I've stuck with Olympus for so long is just how it feels to pick up the camera, how it feels in the hand, and how it actually it feels like a proper camera, if you can call it that. If there is such a thing as a proper camera, I think Olympus is like they've just got that. They've got that feeling dialed in. The EM5 II, also the other reason I bought it was because it was the limited edition titanium model, and that was just a really cool finish. And it was an eBay sale, like back when eBay had these coupons. So I had like $100 off. It was an EM5 II kit with the grip and the battery grip, and a kit lens, I think. And it was the limited, it was the titanium edition. So I was like, yeah, I think I'll get that. And that'll be our family camera because it's sick. Anyways, yeah, I got that with the intention of doing photo and video because of the IBIS system, and just how it once I received it, it just felt so good. It felt so good in the hand, and the only thing it didn't have was phase detect autofocus. It was a contrast-based system. Yeah, enter the OM-3. Oh, sorry, not the OM-3, but the EM5 III. I got the EM5 III as an upgrade from the EM5 II. I really liked the EM5 II as a camera, and when I went to the EM5 III, I felt like we had gained something and we had lost something at the same time. I think the one thing that made me kind of question the whole purchase was just how plastic it felt. It's just that when you wanted to hold it and you wanted it to feel like a camera, it just didn't feel like a proper camera. I don't know if I can put that into words or describe it better over a YouTube video, but that's just how I felt. So, when the OM5 was going to be announced, everyone was really excited, and then we saw it and we're like, man, yeah, that was not the return to form, and neither was the OM5 II, frankly. But I think the return to form for the EM5 series was actually this camera, the OM-3. Man, I'm just tripping up on my words a lot. The OM-3, for me, is the return to form for the EM5 series. And the reason I say that is because of the simple fact that it's back to feeling like a proper camera. I had a Pen F at one point, and I really liked that camera. Sometimes I regret selling it, but it's okay. It's fine. Like you have some cameras, and you sometimes move on to other cameras. But I think the OM-3 is a camera that I'll keep for a long time, and it's because of the way it feels. In addition to what it's capable of. So I think this camera is probably the most technologically advanced, feature-packed digital camera I've ever used. I mean, just the computational features alone, they're just really, really great. And I feel like it's a lot more camera than I need. But as a dad cam, this is great. This is perfect. I think that this is probably the camera I'll stay with for several years to come, just because of how it feels and how it handles and how I use it from day to day, and how it functions And it kind of just gets out of the way when you want to take pictures of document the memories of your family. And I say that it's kind of a return to form for the EM5 series is because when I hold the OM-2, like right here, I have the OM-2 and the OM-3 together. They both feel like proper cameras. The EM5 felt like a proper camera, and the OM-3 feels like a proper camera. And not only does it feel like a proper camera, it's overkill, really, for a photo and video camera. For the capabilities, what it's capable of is just far beyond what I need as an everyday carry, as an everyday dad carry. EDDC. I really enjoy small cameras. Micro Four Nerds. It's a great YouTube channel. Emily does a really fantastic job of talking about why small cameras are awesome. And she's a nerd just like me. I'm a nerd just like her. Maybe that's the way I should say it, because she's the original. She's probably like the OG nerd. I've been watching these YouTube channels for years, and I'm just so glad that there's an interest again in Micro Four Thirds. I just came back from NAB a little while ago, and I've got my obligatory NAB swag stuff. Thanks, Atlas Lens, for giving me a hat. I don't have any of your lenses, but I've got a hat. But one of the cool things I got to do during some downtime there was I got to meet Nigel Baus. Nigel, I've been watching Nigel's channel for a long time, and it was because of Micro Four Thirds. I was a Micro Four Thirds shooter, and he was a Micro Four Thirds shooter. And you got hurt? You're okay. You're fine. You're okay? Where? Let me see. No, I think you're okay. I was just really enamored with the whole experience of going to NAB. I love that trade show. Hopefully I can go again one day. Anyways, getting back to the OM-3, I keep talking about stuff other than the OM-3. But yeah, like I still think that Micro Four Thirds is like not just a viable option in today's market, but like a sensible one, and maybe a preferable one if you have certain needs and requirements for what you're trying to do. I think this video is going to be like way too long. If you guys actually watch this to the end, thank you. I had actually been waiting for this camera for so long. I remember thinking if they could just make a metal EM5 again, a metal magnesium alloy body chassis EM5 series camera again, I would buy it. Oh, your bike's in the car, baby. I was waiting for them to make something like this. Yeah, there you go. Can you hear me? Can you hear Daddy? I just put the monitoring earbuds in my daughter's ears so she could hear me. Can you hear Daddy? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Yeah. OM-3, really, really great camera. I really like it. It is probably the perfect dad cam for me, and I just really am glad that there's stuff out here still in the market, in the world, for people like me who are really just really enthusiastically geeky about stuff like this. So, yep, I guess that should wrap up the video. Yeah, thanks again for watching. If you made it this far, really appreciate it. And yeah, hope you have a blessed one. Bye.